No. Hello and welcome back. Yes, as you just saw, my cat's trying to learn how to play backgammon. But anyway, in this video we'll play yet another practice game, and as per usual on this channel we will just later on examine highlights of this and other practice games. So let's make a start for it. Okay, white rolls a 1, black rolls a 3, so we'll play 3 and 1 for black. Standard move for 3 and 1 is this particular move that I just played. Standard opening move for a 3 and a 1 for black. And white rolls a 3 and a 2, and standard move for a 3 and a 2 I like to play there. You could play 3 and a 2 here to possibly prime up a little later, but I'll just leave that for now and just play the 3 and a 2 there to build some ammunition to prime off the key points, these 3 key points here. So you have, if you have more than one roll of the dice where you can prime, you've got some ammunition there. And black now rolls a double 1. Now you see what we're going to do with the double 1 here. See, the standard move for a double 1 would have been to play these 2 checkers here and then those 2 checkers there, but that point is already primed off. So there's really 2 options here. One is to play double 1 twice there and advance those 2 checkers 2 points there. That's a little bit early in the game to do that, and white hasn't really primed anything off there, so I'm not in a great hurry to do that. So what I'll do here with the double 1, I will go double 1 here and then double 1 here, and there you go. Black is already in a very good position where 2 key points are primed off here. That's a very, very good position for black to be in right now. So white rolls a 6 and a 2. What we will do with a 6 and a 2 there, since these positions are primed off so well, we'll move, well, we really have 2 choices. We can move 6 here and a 2 there, or we can move this checker further along here with a 2 here. Now I'm just thinking there's no spare checker here. If black rolls a 6 and a 1, he can't hit and anchor here. So normally I'd be inclined to play 6 and a 2, as in 6 here and then a further 2 with that checker there, in order to not for this checker to be on this point here in case there's a hit and anchor. But since a hit and anchor is not possible here, I'll move this one along 2 spots as well. Since these points are primed off, we want to get these checkers as close to getting out as possible. So we'll just play there for now. 2 and a 1. Okay, the standard play for 2 and a 1 in this situation is, yeah, see, a lot of people who like to play the blitz might play 2 and a 1 and hit here, but that would be incredibly unwise. Or they might hit with a 1 here and then play a 2. See, they might hit here with a 1 and then play the 2 here. I don't like that because that leaves that checker on its own there. So we'll just advance those 2 checkers there with the 2 and a 1 here. and it's not a bad idea to advance those checkers. These points are already primed off. Those two checkers will be fairly in a good position to either get out or prime somewhere here. And white hasn't even primed off any of the key points here, so the 2 and the 1 is fairly harmless there. Yeah, so white rolls a 4 and a 3. Now, this is a little bit awkward. See, what I don't want to do, I don't want to leave a checker anywhere on its own here, because these two checkers are spread out there, and if I leave any, say if I go 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and then a 3 there, that's dangerous because those two checkers are spread out and could possibly do a hit there. You could go 4 and 3 and take this checker here, but you just formed a candlestick there. That's not very good. See, you could go 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Now that's primed off a very key point here. The 3 is going to be a problem from here on, and I definitely don't want to go 3 here. That's way too risky, as I just said. You can't go 1, 2, 3 there, again risky. I'm not going to, people who play the blitz might go 1, 2, 3 and hit there, but goodness, very, very foolish move. So I'd be inclined to play the 3 on here, 1, 2, 3. Now, this checker can only be hit safely with a double 3, really. And this one can't be hit and anchored unless black rolls a double 1. So that's probably the best move. The 3 there, if that had been a 2, it would have been better, but you know, the 3's a little bit of a problem there. But anyway, so black rolls a 6 and a 5. See, 5 and 4 would have been perfect because you would have anchored off here, but 6 and a 5 is rather awkward. I'm not going to see, again, people who recommend the blitz would go 5 here and then hit with a 6 there, but gosh, I really don't like that. I mean, it's there's too many open points here, and there can be a hit there. I really don't like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, that's we might go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and do a hit there. Now, the reason I did that, let's just make sure I've counted it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Leaving that checker on its own there is not too bad, because if that checker gets hit, it was in here anyway. So, sure, it's progressed all the way here, but it only came from there. So it's, if it gets hit back, it only goes back there. So it's not too, and these points here are not primed off. So that's a fair risk for black to take, I think. White rolls a double 3, so has to get back in here with the 3. Then he can hit, go 1, 2, 3, do a hit there. Okay. What I'd be inclined to do with the other, I've got to play 2 more 3s here. If you go 1, 2, 3, you've kind of buried those 2 checkers there. I don't like that very much, because it's not closing off a key, this is not a key point to anchor or to prime off. So I'll go 1, 2, 3 here. I think that might be the best move at the moment. So it's basically a hit and a prime. So that was a fairly lucky roll for white. And I kind of predict that this checker might get hit here, but he only goes back to where he was, so it's not too bad. Okay, 3 and a 1. So the best play for 3 and a 1 is to go 3 here and then anchor or prime off with a 1 here, because now these two checkers are advanced further to be able to get out more easily. Okay, so white rolls a 6 and a 2. What I'd be inclined to do with a 6 and a 2 would be to go look, you could go 6 and 2 there and have some spare checkers that are prime to prime that point there, but I won't do that. See, if you go 6 and 2, then say you roll a 2 and a 1, you can prime off there, but these two checkers are advanced anyway. That's a bit of a waste of an advancement of the checker, I reckon. I don't like that very much. So what I'll do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a 2. So both those checkers are now out of that quarter. That's a pretty good position for white to be in, considering that these key points are primed off here. So black rolls a 6 and a 3. Now this is interesting because with a 6 and a 3, could go 6 and 3 here, but I don't see that as an advantageous move. Both of white's checkers are out of this quarter, so I don't see that as an advantageous move at all. So what I'll do here, I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. So one checker is safely out of white's quarter. So white rolls a 5 and a 2. Yeah, I'm not sure if I like that roll very much. Yeah, 5. Yeah, okay. So what I'll do here, I'll go 5 here, and at least that puts one spare checker there to possibly prime off here or here, and I'll move 2 there. Oh, double 4. Well, this is very interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I am very keen about getting that checker out with a double 4. So what we can do, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, you could go 1, 2, 3, 4 and prime off here, but there's nothing. All of white's checkers are out, and if we then move this checker 1, 2, 3, 4 spots here, it becomes more of a running game. Whereas if we leave it there, it can get hit. I mean, I have to think about that one very carefully. That double 4 is a very good roll. What I'd be inclined to do in a situation like that, it's pretty much even when it comes to how many checkers are close to which quarter. So yeah, I have to think about this very, very carefully, because if there's a hit there, it's fairly easy for black to get back in here. As I said, if I move that there, it really becomes a running game after that, pretty much. So, and I'm happy with the way black has primed off here, see? So if there's a hit and that checker goes back there, then that does create a problem for white in case white gets hit again, because these points are so well primed off here. So what I will do there is just go double 4 here. I don't want to make this a running game just yet. It'd be a waste of all this priming here. So I'll leave that checker there for now and see what happens next. Yeah, see 4 and a 3, well, yeah, see, well, this is going to be troublesome for white. This is going to be troublesome for white, because if white does a hit there, see, well, white, if double 3 would have been perfect. He would have gone 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, but 4 and a 3 is going to be troublesome for white. So with a 4 and a 3, should white do a hit there? I mean, really, if white hits there, you can't go 3 and then move this checker 4 here. That'd be a ridiculous risk. So, well, what I'll do, I really don't want to take that risk. I mean, if white hits there and goes there, that's far too close for comfort. Black can easily land there and hit again, and then look at all these points being primed off. Yeah, let's keep it interesting. We will do the hit there, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. It's too early to make this a running game, really. I wouldn't normally play like that, but let's try it anyway. See, 2 and a 5. See, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what I was afraid of. But anyway, not to worry. So 4, oh dear, 4 and 6. 4 and 6 are both closed off there. That probably wasn't a good idea for white to take the risk there, but black rolls again. See, this is just turned against white, so black rolls again. 3 and a 1. Now, what black can do is 3 and a 1 is really much of a muchness here. So I'd be more inclined to advance that checker perhaps. I won't. I will not advance that checker, because with the next roll, if white gets back in and hits again, see, 3 and a 1, you could move 3 and a 1, 4 here. Really, if I move that along here, say white rolls a, if I go 1, 2, 3 and 1 there, if white rolls a 3 and a 2, it could get back with a 3 and then hit with a 2. White would not want to take that risk, really. I'll go 3 and a 1 here for now. I don't want to advance that checker that much just yet. So, oh dear, these are just very, very bad rolls for white. White can't play that. It's a double 4, he can't get back in. So that risk has been a disaster for white. Snake eyes, double 1. Okay, not much black can do with the double 1. There really isn't much. Can't move that one, can't move those two. So the only safe move for black to play under these circumstances is to go 1, 1, 1, 1. That's all black can do, really. That's not a terribly good roll for black, but anyway. White has to roll again. No, 6 and a 4. See, this is a disaster for white. It keeps rolling. There's been 3 unlucky rolls in a row for white. So not good at all. Double five. Well, double five is most of the time it's a disaster roll. Dear oh dear. Double five is seldom a good dice to throw. I don't like double fives at all. 1, 2, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 could prime off there. Yeah, not good, not good. Oh dear, not good. Gosh, double fives are so bad most of the time. See, I've said this before, double fives are rarely a good double. They are a very bad double, really. I've seldom seen double five play out well. See, yeah, it's black cannot. Black has to leave a checker on its own somewhere with this double five. So what we will, oh dear, the only way he could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 prime off here, but then he'd have to advance those 2 5 spots there, which is not good. Yeah. Well, let's, yeah. I mean, every time in this game I've left the checker on its own, the risk hasn't paid off. If we go down, that's yeah, 5 there. I don't like that very much. Yeah. No, I'm not feeling comfortable with that at all. Such a bad roll, such an incredibly bad roll. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, prime off here at least to make it difficult for that checker to get back in. And gosh, double fives are a bad roll. What we can do, we can go, you could go 5 here and then a 5 there. If you leave a checker there, it can only be hit with a, well, can't be hit with a 6 and a 1, it can only be hit with a 6 and a 2. 6 and a 2 is the, let's do that. Let's go 5 here and 5 here. The only way this checking can be hit now is with a 6 and a 2. Yeah, so that's a fair risk for black to take. 3 and a 1. Okay, so white gets back in with a 1 here. Can't do much with the 3 there, so moves 3 here. So black's definitely in a commanding position right now. Okay, black rolls a 6 and a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, not good, not good, not good. 6 and a 4. Gee, this wasn't a good roll, was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh gosh. 6 and a 4 is a disaster right now for 6 and a 4 is a disaster for black, basically. Oh gosh, he can't get that checker, he can't cover that checker, that's the problem. But what we should do with the 6 and a 4 is go 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. Now, interestingly, with that 6 and a 4, black had to leave a checker on its own somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 2. So black can now only be hit with a 6 and a 2. Yet he's got all these checkers here to hit and do a prime there and create disaster for white. So if white can't get this checker out to the next move, he's facing a potential gammoning, absolute potential disaster. Let's see what happens. Terrible, terrible roll for white. Terrible roll for white. No point advancing that one there, I don't think. So what we might do with the double one is to prime off here in case white gets a hit. We can at least prime off there. White has had some very, very unlucky rolls in this game. Okay, so black gets a 3 and a 1. That was very lucky for white. Very, very lucky for white, for him not to be able to hit and prime off there. So what we'll do with that 3 and a 1, we could go 1, 2, 3 and a 1 there. That's no point really. So with the 3 and 1 equals 4, so we'll prime off there. That checker is no more in danger of getting hit. White better hope for a 6 and a something. 6 and anything. I don't think that's going to happen now. I can just see the way that dice is rolling. Okay, 4 and a 2, can't get out. This is troublesome for white. I mean, what can he do with a 6 and a 4? With a 4 and a 2, sorry. With a 4 and a 2, he can perhaps 4 and, well, much of a muchness really what he's going to do with the 2. Might as well move the 2 there. I mean, what more can he? These are not good rolls for white at all. Okay, black rolls a double 5. Again, double 5s are just such a bad roll. It's not too bad for black here right now, rolling a double 5. Not too bad. Let's go double 5 there. White is in a troublesome position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, you're either going to form a candlestick here or there. Much of a muchness, really. We'll just advance those 2 checkers. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. Much of a muchness, really. Black in a very commanding position now. White has got to avoid a gammoning here. Double 5 for white. Wow. Yeah, I mean, sorry, excuse me. I mean, really, the only good thing about the double 5 here is it gives white a chance to advance these checkers. So double 5 here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's prime off there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the rare chance that white actually manages to get a hit with that checker there. On that off chance, he's primed off very nicely here. So, see, 3 and a 1. Again, somewhat of an unlucky roll for black. Now, black can't afford to play 3 and a 1 with those checkers there. Can't afford to leave a checker on its own here. He will ruin a good potential victory. So with the 3 and a 1, not the luckiest roll. 3 and a 2 would have been perfect. But 3 and a 1, 1, 2, 3. Let's play 3 and a 1 here. That's to play it safe, not to give white an opportunity to do a hit. Okay, 6 and a 4. If white runs with that checker there, if white makes a run for it, white has got to make a run for it and give himself a sporting chance. Because that is way too dangerous for a hit there. Yeah, so I don't like the idea of leaving that checker there. I don't like that idea too much at all. See, if white does a run, he's virtually lost this game. This is a dilemma for white right now because white can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a 4, get those 2 checkers in there, could do that, but if he gets hit here, it will be a big disaster, because all black has to do is advance. I mean, if white gets hit and primed off there, that's it. Black just, yeah, I'm going to run. I'm going to run because with any roll of a hit and an anchor here, white cannot roll anymore. Black just has to keep rolling and keep taking checkers off the board. White will be in a lot of trouble. Let's run. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. The game's virtually over for white. White needs some terribly lucky rolls here. It was just too dangerous to leave that checker there. That's the only point that was open there. Way too dangerous to leave that checker there and hope for a hit. A lot of people will say that. They'll say, no, you've got to leave that checker there and hope for a hit. But as I said, if it got hit and primed off there, white would have been at black's mercy. So that's why I did a run there, to give white at least a sporting chance of, well, not getting gammoned for a start. 5 and a 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3. So black's in a winning position at the moment. White's got to hope for some really good rolls. 6 and a 4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just get as many checkers in as possible. At least white will not suffer a gammoning here. 2 and a 1. Not the best roll. 2 and a 1 is 3, so black takes that one off there. 6 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4 there. White is still behind, needs some seriously good doubles. Double 2. Well, doesn't really help black's cause here. A double 2, like, takes, well, 1, 2, and then take those 2 off. So, oops, sorry, oops, shouldn't have done that. Right, so double 2 for black there. Let's see what white rolls here. White rolls a 6 and a 4. I just foolishly bumped the board there. I do apologise for that. 6 and a 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 and a 1. Again, not a terribly good roll. Not a terribly good roll. We'll take the 3 there and just play the 1 here. 5 and a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, 1. White's having a bad run. 4 and 3. White could concede here. I wouldn't concede too early. 6 and a 2. As I said, white has avoided the gammoning, but as for winning, well, 5 and a 2 there for black. White needs some seriously lucky rolls, which he's not getting at the moment. Double 4 would be ideal for white at this stage. 4 and a 1, so 4 and 1 for black. It would be very close for white to concede at this stage. 6, say 6 and 2, not getting. White's had a bad run of rolls here, seriously. 6 and 3, everything is going well for black. Everything is going well for black. White could well concede right now. 5 and a 1 for white. White could well concede. Just depends. A 2 and a 1 would be gives white some hope here. Well, 3 and 1. I said a 2 and a 1 would give white some hope, but a 3 and a 1, 1, 2, 3, and a 1, I suppose. White can still win by rolling a couple of doubles in a row. Didn't. That's why I said white should not have conceded at that stage before. 6 and a 3. No, game's all over for white. The game's all over for white, really. Game's over for white. I mean, yeah, blacks. Gosh, there's no way for white to win. I don't think at this stage. Yeah, that's all over. So as you can see by previously, when I said white should get that one troublesome checker out of there, white did avoid a gammoning, and had white rolled a couple of lucky doubles at the end, and black had a couple of very bad rolls, white could have pulled off a miracle victory and played backgammon long enough. That will happen one day. Didn't happen today. But yeah, it turned out to be an interesting game. And previously, I think this is something I'll analyse in a future video, when white got hit previously and had three unlucky rolls in a row after being hit where he couldn't get back in. That really turned the game in black's favour, but as you saw, until the very end, if you don't give up, with some seriously lucky rolls, white could have pulled off a miracle victory. Didn't happen in this case, but could have. Nevertheless, it turned out to be interesting. Thank you for watching.